Hi everyone, it's Paul Cardin, author of Return to Bomb Alley, The Falklands Deception. Today I'm going to discuss the events of two very crucial days in the Falklands conflict in 1982. These dates were the 1st and 2nd of May 1982. On the 2nd of May, the Belgrano was sunk, killing eventually 368 Argentine sailors. It concerns the activities of British and Peruvian officials, including the President, and also the US Secretary of State Alexander Haig, who was the go-between as the nation searched for a peace plan to avoid unnecessary loss of life. I don't think anybody out there would argue that loss of life is necessary, because it is. As I said in the last video, we were 30,000 sailors, soldiers and airmen sent to rescue 1,800 Falkland Island civilians whom at the start of it, we didn't know existed, most of us. So there'd been lots of toing and froing, and various peace proposals had been made and discussed, rejected. The momentum was building, all the ships were down there, and the Argentine fleet, for what it was worth, was out. We had the 25 De Mayo aircraft carrier, and we also had the Belgrano further down south, which was later described as a pincer movement by Rear Admiral Woodward when he wrote a book 10 years later to justify the decision. So there'd been lots of toing and froing, and many peace proposals had been put forward, and none of them had succeeded, but there's one in particular which came from Fernando Belaunde, who was the president of Peru. This was taking shape in late April and was finalised in just at the start of May and put to Mrs. Thatcher's ambassador in Peru, in Lima, who was Charles Wallace. And he sent a telegram, late on the 1st of May, late in the evening on the 1st of May, which detailed the 7-point plan. A plan which had been designed to take the heat out of the situation, to give everybody pause for thought and to prevent any unnecessary loss of life. However, the telegram, which should have arrived within seconds at its destination, or minutes, we're told by Mrs. Thatcher didn't arrive until 17 hours later. Now, I was a leading radio operator down in the Falklands, and I was sending telegrams all the time. It was part of my job, particularly after the war, when the fellas on our ship wanted to send a telegram back to the families to tell them they're okay, you know, and they'd be sent over high frequency circuit because HF signal you can send all around the world in good conditions, and even back in 40 years ago, radio communications were advanced enough to do that and to send textual messages accurately over long distances, and it was the preferred option for governments. So to claim that this telegram took 17 hours to arrive is, I believe, a lie. Mrs. Thatcher lied when she went on Nationwide, and she had that meeting or interview with Diana Gould, that infamous meeting, when she was questioned about the sinking of the Belgrano.
On giving those orders to sink the Belgrano, when it was actually sailing away from our fleet and away from the Falklands, was in effect sabotaging any possibility of any peace plan succeeding, and Mrs. Thatcher had 14 hours in which to consider the Peruvian peace plan that was being put forward to her, in which those 14 hours those orders could have been rescinded.
Right, Mrs. Thatcher.
One day, all of the facts in about 30 years' time will be published.
That is not good enough, Mrs. Thatcher.
I am
We
just...
Mrs. Good,
Would you
let
please
Mrs. Thatcher answer.
let me
I think
answer?
You've put a fair point.
Would you please let me answer? I lived with the responsibility for a very long time. I answered the question giving the facts, not anyone's opinions, but the facts. Those Peruvian peace proposals, which were only in outline, did not reach London until after the attack on the Belgrano.
Now, the MargaretThatcher.org Foundation website has had access in the past to telegrams, incoming telegrams that were sent from Peru, from Lima, during the Falklands War, and obviously I accessed that website and looked for any telegrams that were dated the 1st of May 1982. There was nothing there. Why would that be? It's probably the most important telegram ever sent from Peru or received by the UK ever, given the circumstances, the sinking of an Argentinian cruiser and the loss of 368 lives. So I then went to the National Archive in the UK to see if I could find that telegram there. But no, there was nothing. And furthermore, I discovered that a ban had been placed on all incoming telegrams sent and received between the 2nd of April 1982, which is the day of the invasion, and August the 15th 1982, which covers the whole war. So that telegram hasn't been seen by anybody, apparently, for the last 40 years. When I say anybody, I mean anybody who could uncover what was going on and make it public. So we'll have to wonder, what have they got to hide?